He killed me.
He angry, short Dora the Explorer with a mustache.
That a ham sandwich? The mystery man who claims to have been the victim's lover. The bellboy, Zach Carriere. The cleaner, Vera Wispowski.
Come on, Prof, I'm new to this.
So you're a shut-in.
The cause of death is posterior strangulation. Oh, hello.
I'm guessing that's the murder weapon.
I'm gonna name the culprit. So not her. I guess evidence that we have so far points to him.
Aye, this were a crime of passion.
Hold on. I need to pick a voice for him. Sorry, his position. He looks very ape-like. What? Who said anything about a crime of passion? Come again? What fool?
Ugh! It's him! The killer!
Killer? You better not be calling me a killer, lady. I didn't read what those said. Sorry, Lucy. I neglected to tell you. I was interviewing this man earlier.
Oh, right!
What's your problem with me, huh? What have I done wrong?
Well, Mr. Oh, that's right. We don't know your name. Who are you? Withholding information. That's what you've done wrong. You've got someone. You got something you want to hide? Someone. You got something you want to hide? Hiding your name? Who are you? Hiding your guilt?
I'm gonna read the little side things because I find them funny. If you haven't got the brains to see why I'm doing this, I feel sorry for you. I pity the fool. Now then, let's all try to remain calm, shall we? This is all conjecture. No one is making any accusations. Perhaps, if you could explain why you feel the need to withhold your identity? It's Mr. T. He pities the fool. Okay, sure. I refuse to tell you who I am. But I swear, I've done absolutely nothing to break the law. I can't have my name printed in connection with this kind of thing. I've got my business to think about. I see. So you run a business. I might do. And you're worried about possible bad publicity if you reveal your identity, is that right? Bad press implicated. You got it in one, officer. Look, I've told you everything I know about what happened, where I was, who I saw. Until my lawyer shows up, I'm not obligated to tell you anything more. I see. That's fine. We do understand. You're free to go then.
You're just going to let him waltz out of here?
Yes. Yes, I am. We have another appointment now anyways. Ugh, what is that smell? It's that aftershave again. Because we read in his thing said... Oh, then it's the bellboy, because he read in the... Well, not for the culprit, but that's who we're meeting. I don't know why you're making a fuss about me. Haven't you got the guy who did it already? Actually, we have yet to make a firm decision on that. But I'm good to go, right? Just don't go too far. Not until we've got this mess sorted. I won't run if that's what you mean. Once my lawyer's on hand, I'll answer all your questions.
Oh, he's so full of himself. I'm going to find something on you. You mock my words.
Well, first we have another interview to conduct with someone else. I believe he's already waiting outside. Sorry. Don't worry. I didn't see the last line because I accidentally rubbed my thing. I'm assuming he said something like Zach Carriere, I presume. Oui, that is my name. May I ask what all of this is in aid for? I know! I suck at French accents, okay? as the last person to have seen the victim alive, we were hoping you'd be able to assist us with our inquiries. Inquiries? So bad. I'm doing it anyways. Yes, we're investigating the young woman's death, and we'd like for you to fill in a few gaps. Oui. If this is what you are asking, I am happy to try and help you. As it happens, I am a great fan of crime fiction. I have many things to say about this case, Inspector. Inspector.
I'm sorry,
No, it's bad, and also it's physically written that way. Well, we'll be looking forward to hearing your opinions, Mr. Carrier. Par exemple. Something Vera, the cleaner, told me. It is very strange. It is about the sandwich. He looks so condescending.
Oh my god,
He looks so condescending.
why are all the characters on screen?
I
How old are
know.
these? Am I allowed to say that? I'm not getting it.
He's 19. I know that. And I believe Lucy's 21 and Alfendi's 24. Like they're all of age. They're all of age.
Like, I'm not gonna get sued for this.
No. And I agree. Oh, the hand sandwich, eh? They're a piece of fish. They're a piece of fried fish just next to it that caught my eye. Very sus, if you ask me. You know what? This game popularized sus. This game popularized sus. Before Among Us, that's for sure. Well, like it didn't popularize it. I'm just joking because she's saying sus a lot.
She says it like every 4 seconds.
2012. This game is from 2012. Very sus, if you ask me. She plays Among Us. That's my headcanon. She plays Among Us. Lucy plays Among Us. Confirmed. You have noticed. Bravo, mademoiselle. You are a detective par excellence. You are so condescending. You noticed the sandwich. Sorry to disturb your Agatha Christie conversation, but I'd like to start by investigating the corpse. Francis. If we can all of France. If we can establish how Miss Aldrich died, we can learn something about the sandwich mystery in the Okay, how dumb do you think I am, game? Of course, this is elementary detective work. In incest pa. I'm not gonna say that. Inspector. Grand idea, Prof. So, Lucy, shall we get this investigation underway? Right you are. Right you are. What's all this then? More tutorials. These are the issues we need to resolve in order to discover the truth behind the case. Pick whichever one you think you'd like to tackle, and then we'll start investigating it. I wish I could do the voice that I'm imagining in my head for him. Right you are, Prof. These mementos, a list about key things, memento to send private. Episode went to in the center to discuss the prime suspect. If you need to do some more investigating of the crime scene, tap the bottom left. First, examine the body and we'll see if we can establish the cause of death. I thought we already established the cause of death. I'll get on it right away. I'm pretty sure we used to... So, this is Miss Aldrich's body. It looks like posterior strangulation. You're familiar with the terminology, aren't you, Lucy? You know what posterior strangulation is, right? Sorry, it's not one of the answers. Squeezing someone's bottom. Posterior strangulation. I mean, that's one way to think about it. Just throttling from behind. That would be choking from behind. Yeah, I know what it means. I'm just laughing at squeezing someone's bottom as posterior strangulation.
Strangulation.
That's it. Exactly.
Aye, posterior strangulation means someone wrung her neck from behind.
Whoa. Yeah.
Precisely.
That was an easy one. Sadly, not all of the problems we tackle here have such simple answers. I hope not, because it feels like you're talking down to me, game.
No, I'm sure. If you're ever up against a brick wall, you might appreciate a hint or two about the evidence.
I don't need hints. Just tap the hint icon next to evidence in question under fact finding in the menu. I don't need hints. I'm pretty sure I know it. I'm great. He looks so condescending.
Oh, thanks for that, Prof. I'll bear that in mind. Menu fact finding, then tap the hint icon. Got it.
I swear there won't be as much tutorial stuff. This is just the first case. So there's a lot of, oh, we need to teach you how to play the game. And I already know how to play the game.
What about the murder weapon, huh? Have you already located it?
Oh, sorry, Mr. Carrier. Yes, according to the report, they did find a murder weapon at the scene. Why are you walking us through this? Let's see if you can uncover it too, shall we, Lucy? The murder weapon.
No problem.
An examination of the body shows that Miss Eldridge was strangled with a long, thin strap-like item. Okay, I know what the item is, but for some reason I thought bra. I don't know why. The murder weapon should be on the scene somewhere, so that's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for.
I find it, Prof. Don't you worry.
So if I'm correct, it should be this. This is the one. I'm curious to see what happens if I pick something that's so obviously not the weapon, but I don't feel like it. A high quality tie made of silk. It's crumpled and creased, showing signs of having been pulled very tightly. This is the weapon.
I found a tie. Look, I found a tie here. Look.
Yes, which would be consistent with the marks left on Miss Aldrich's neck.
So this is the murder weapon, eh? We found the murder weapon.
That cravat.
Oh, do you know somewhat about this tie, Mr. Carrier?
Oui, it is the cravat of the lover of Mademoiselle Aldrich. I believe his name is Monsieur Phelps. Oui, Bosco Phelps.
By heck, you know his... Sorry, I started speaking... Lucy became French.
By heck, you know his name?
Oui, I was something of a confidant to Mademoiselle Aldrich at times. She told me his violence had become too much for her again on this vacation. This hotel was a refuge.
Give over!
I apologize for not saying this before, but I am not comfortable to speak of the private matters of the clientele. Now I wish I had not been so highly principled, and perhaps a life I could have saved.
I can't do this. It's so bad.
We best call Phelps back in, eh? Prof, with this new info.
Perhaps. Let me mull it over for a while. First, we should tackle this case's biggest mystery.
Ooh, the ham sandwich.
Yes. I like it as this huge text bubble, and it's just, yes. It's now updating it to say Bosco Phelps. This is the only difference. Hand sandwich! I'm sorry, I'm chewing. The victim's body was found with her hand thrust among the ingredients of the sandwich she'd ordered.
Dead fishy, that. This is of vital importance. Let's examine the sandwich first and foremost. Then we'll try to establish what her hand being in the sandwich inside tells us. This is a sarnie in question. With the mademoiselle's hand inside. So bad. An intriguing scene indeed. Perhaps it is some common dying message, non? As I said in my statement, Mademoiselle Aldrich shared my passion for crime fiction. The idea of a murder victim leaving a dying message would not have been strange to her.
You mean, like some sort of clue to the killer's identity? How exciting!
A message? That's an interesting idea. I'll just adjust things so that you can examine the sandwich in more detail. Excuse me for a moment. There. Now you'll be able to have a more thorough look at it. So, are you ready to examine the sandwich again?
Aye, let's get it stuck in!
New thing to investigate! New thing to investigate! How are we doing on time? Okay. The victim's left hand placed inside the sandwich with all the other fillings. It reeks of pickles. Pickles. The number of thinly sliced pickles. They have a unique smell and flavor that is an acquired taste. Egg. The number of slices of the hard-boiled egg. The yolk is firm from the egg, having been boiled for a sufficiently long time. Smoked salmon. Salted and smoked slices of salmon, cut very thinly. There are a fair few slices of the sandwich, adding to the overall volume. This is a really fancy sandwich. Extremely sweet tinned pineapple. Lettuce. So much shredded lettuce that it's spilling outside of the sandwich. Exposure to the air is starting to turn the leaves brown. So you've had a look at it now.
Aye, that I have.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like an appetizing sandwich, at least to me.
But what is the reason for Anne to be in the sandwich?
I wonder if it's not why her hand is in there, but where her hand is in there, if you see what I mean.
Trace inheritance.
I'm not saying that.
Apart from her hand, if it is a sandwich of pickles, eggs...
Yes, but let's take another tact. Can you think of what Miss Aldrich might have been trying to convey in this dying message of hers? The killer's hairstyle. Yes, I really wanted to tell you all in my dying message that my killer's hairstyle was so on fleek. If it sounds good to you, then feel free to enjoy that sandwich. I just personally don't think that would be a sandwich that I would enjoy. But then again, I'm not a huge fan of fish or pickles. I don't know why I'd put pineapple in a sandwich. The killer's job. Yes, it's so important that you know that my killer was a fisherman, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why you would tell people. And that's why I took the fish out of the sandwich, to let you know he was a fisherman. It's so dumb. Killer's name. What else? I'm not... Exactly. And why do you think that... What do you need to look at Aldrich's the sandwich? The sandwich's filling color? Well, colors doesn't matter. What her left hand points at, her left hand isn't pointing at anything. Shape, it's a sandwich. Why would the shape of the sandwich matter? So it's the sandwich filling order.
I've got it, Bayak! She's spelling out her killer's name with the filling of her surname. Of course, the first letter of the ingredients. Magnifique. First we have pickles, then a hand, egg, lettuce, pineapple, and then smoked salmon.
So we do. Whose name does that spell out then? Ha! I wonder whose name it spelled out. I've never had to read out a sarnie before, but this one sounds out P-H-E-L-P-S. No question. She would try and tell us it were her boyfriend, Bosco Phelps. No question. The crucial letter of this first letter is this P. The relevant first letter is H. The crucial first letter is E. The crucial first letter is L. Oh my gosh, it's being meta. That doesn't half take a long time updating all the files like that. Yes, I know. We know it takes a while. But you'll find a lot of extremely relevant information in the updated files. Don't overlook it. I hear you, Prof.
It seems we have identified the killer. Bosco Phelps is guilty of murder. You must arrest this most violent criminal at once.
Don't you worry. Well, it seems we've reached a conclusion then.
Thank you very much for your assistance, Mr. Carrier.
It was my pleasure. I always like to help to see that justice is done. Thank you very much.
Do not hesitate to contact me if there's anything else I can do.
I assure you, we'll be in touch. So we know who the culprit is now, correct?
All sorted. Okay, then let's just make sure we're on the same wavelength before we move on, shall we? Who do you think killed Aldrich, Lucy? Hey guys, who do you think killed her? Who do you guys think killed her? It does add up to well, and I can give you another reason why I don't think it's Bosco Phelps. If I go through the files, I believe that I found a receipt with a slightly different spelling. So I think it's the condescending guy who's trying to talk to the investigators.
about how he knows. Oh, like it's so obvious. It's the sandwich, and it tells the name of the culprit. And she likes crime fiction. Take it from me. She likes crime fiction.
It was Carrier, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. No one else could have done it. You only have to look at the heavily contrived dying message to see it.
Aye, it was a bit too good to be true, eh?
You did realize that, didn't you?
Yes, of course I realized. I'm a detective par excellence, I'll have you know.
Okay then. I like how Mindy is just like, you did realize that this was very, very clearly way too easy, right? Well, let's examine this elaborate dying message a bit more, This so-called dying message names Phelps as the culprit. It's clearly a fake, concocted by someone who did not know the man very well at all.
Someone like Carrier, you mean?
Yes, there's even evidence on the scene to support the theory.
I suppose you were expecting me to find it, aren't you?
An excellent deduction, Lucy. Get to work then. Check relevant files to filter information that's no thing. Well, if I'm correct, I think I showed it to you guys. I think it's this. Here's the proof.
This is it. Aye, this receives a dead giveaway. It clearly shows the dying message can't have been left by Aldwych.
That's right. I'm glad you spotted it. Just so we're clear, what is it about the receipt that exposes the dying message as a fake? Aldwych signed it, the food she ordered, the pen color she signed it with, or the spelling of the name. The spelling of the name, it's not spelled with a P. It's not spelled with a P.
The receipt's been signed by Aldwych, but she's forged her fella's name and written Bosco Phelps. But going through the signing's message, the spelling's Phelps with a PH. Very different. So he's got the spelling wrong. It's spelled with an F, not a PH.
Precisely. And since the receipt was signed by Aldwych, the man's lover, we can be confident that it's the correct spelling.
Which proves that the dying message in the sandwich wasn't Aldrich's work at all.
That's right. In the interest of being thorough, could you verify the correct spelling with the man himself? I'm sure he'll explain why it's so important. I'm sure if you explain why it's so important, he'll cooperate with you.
Aye, leave it with me, Prof. All done. We were right. His name is Bosco Phelps with an F. Once I told him what was going on, he was actually very helpful.
Update the spellings of all the names. Good, so our deductions were correct.
It were the bag then, eh? It's in the bag then, eh? It was Zach Carrier, no question.
Almost no question. But we've yet to find some truly decisive evidence. What we need to focus on now is finding the evidence that he was actually the one who killed... Well, sorry, this is Lucy. She's supposed to have an accent.
What we need to focus on now is finding evidence that he were the one who actually killed her.
I mean, his mistake is in the misspelling, but...
Evidence that Carrier committed the
the crime. I don't really know where to start, really. Well, the sandwich is the most glaring contender. Right. That were to create somewhat that looked like a dying message, weren't it? If you wanted to incriminate Phelps, there was a somewhat more obvious message, wouldn't you say? Oh, now I think I'm starting to see where you're driving at. Good. The evidence is all right there. Evidence that shows why he had to put Aldrich's hand in the sandwich. No, sorry, Prof, you lost me again. Okay. Well, you've had to look around the crime scene. So let's turn our attention to the statements. Is there any particular statement that made you stop and think? I was doing Lucy's accent. Whoops. I think it's this one. Yay! Well, all this talk about perfume and aftershave, and that in this statement seems a bit off to me. Yeah, you have all the clues you need to solve it. That's it, Lucy. It is? I'll explain later. Call carrier back here, would you? Quick as you can. Consider it done.